Art here with another episode of Proverbs for Men. Today I want to start at the beginning, and let's start in Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 1 through 4. And it says, "The Proverbs of Solomon the son of David, king of Israel, to know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to receive instruction of wisdom, justice, and judgment and equity, and to give subtlety to the simple, and to the young man knowledge and discretion." That's good stuff, but let's just break it out from the beginning. As I was reading and studying this, there were three things that really popped out to me. Three things that I thought were very important to point out. The number one, the word know. Number two, the word perceive. And number three, the words receive. Now these are very important because of what they imply. First off, in all the context of these verses, we're talking about Proverbs. And so we understand that Proverbs are there so that we can know wisdom. We can know instruction. To know means to recognize. So the Proverbs are there and we need to recognize when we see them what they are. Number two is the word perceive. Now this is very important because the word perceive is actually, it means to separate mentally, to distinguish and discern. Now it's very important to understand that when the wisest man in the world could be sitting in the room with you talking about the greatest wisdom in the world, if you don't have what it takes to perceive that wisdom, it'll go right over your head and it won't help you at all. So when we understand what the word perceive actually means, it means to separate mentally, to distinguish and to discern. It's really important because very often there's wisdom all around us every single day, but the Proverbs are there to give us the wisdom to be able to discern between what is and what isn't good. Sometimes the stuff you're hearing isn't good, but to perceive the words of understanding means you'll know what is and what isn't good. And number three is the word receive. He says to receive instruction of wisdom, to receive the instruction of wisdom and justice and judgment and equity. Now, we could take all the wisdom in the world and we could put it in boxcars and cart it over to your house and dump it in your front room. If you will not receive it, it will not help you at all. Instruction usually means it's going to be giving you information that's different than what you already know. These things, receiving instruction, and maybe even in some cases correction, these things are going to take a person who is correctable, a person who can be told that they're not right and told that they're not on the right path. So to be able to receive that takes a heart of humility. The Bible says that, God resists the proud but gives grace to the humble. We know that when a person is proud and haughty, that pride is actually blocking the wisdom that they need. Why? Because pride says, I already know. I already have my answer. I don't need to listen to you. So the truth is, this is very powerful. We need to receive the instruction of wisdom and justice and judgment and equity. Now, I'll talk more about verse 4 next time, but this is Art, and I just want to thank you for being here today in Proverbs for Men.